All right, so the next step is to fill out this particular grid using the chase strategy. In page 1 of the handout, you're given in table 2 that the beginning inventory is 250 units right here. So under January, on this table, I'm going to fill out 250 units as the beginning inventory. Now, we use the formulas in page 2 of the handout. Page 2 of the handout, you're given the formulas, and these should be fairly intuitive formulas. The formula for new requirements over here is given to be, net requirements is given to be demand minus beginning inventory. So in this case, net requirements for January is 4,500 and beginning inventory is 250. So 4,500 is the demand given to you over here, and beginning inventory is 250. 4,500 minus 250, which is 4,250. So far, so good. An assumption that we're going to make for beginning workers is that we're starting with a workforce of 7 workers. This information has not been provided in the handout, but will be given to you in the case of exams, etc. For now, let's assume the number of beginning workers is 7. Now remember, we're using the chase strategy to solve this problem. So we had to figure out how many workers do we need to produce 4,250 units that we calculated under net requirements for that month. If you recollect the math we did in page 1, each worker can produce 966.7 units in the month. So to make 425 units, we have to figure out how many workers does it take. So 4250 divided by 966.7. That should give you 4.39 workers. So we obviously can't have 4.39 workers. So in this case, I'm going to round it up to 5 workers. We need 5 workers that are filled out in the available workers row for January. And the rounding up, if the first decimal is anything greater than 0, then round up for all these problems. So if the first decimal was 4.0, then stick with 4. But if the first decimal was 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, then round up to 5 in the case of all these problems. So what we're seeing here is we need 5 workers to make 4,250 units in January, and we currently have 7 workers. So as per the chase strategy, we have to fire 7 minus 5 workers. We have to fire 2 workers. And we're not going to be hiring any workers that month. And also note that these 5 workers that we have available in January are going to be the beginning number of workers for the month of February. Using 5 workers, now for regular production, the question is, using these 5 workers, how much can we produce? What is going to be the regular production for the month of January? So for 5 workers, we produce 966.7 units multiplied by 5, which is equal to 4833.5 units. Let's round that up to 4834 units. Remember, we're rounding up, never rounding down for these problems. Next step, we have to figure out what the ending inventory for that month is. Refer to formulas in page 2 of the handout. The ending inventory is equal to beginning inventory for the month plus production minus demand. So in our case, for the month of January, that is 250 is the beginning inventory, 4834 is the production, and 4500 is the demand. So 250 plus 4834 minus 4500 is 584 units. That's the ending inventory. Now note that this 584 is the beginning inventory for the month of February as well, which I'll fill out here in that cell. I'm going to repeat the same steps that we went through for all of the months. You can refer to slide 29 of the slide deck to see the answers for all of the months.